On the news tonight, Governor Soludo fulfills promise to award-winning teachers. Anambra ICT agency to set up post-election analysis situation room. Federal government opens portal for 50 million naira student innovation grant. And on the foreign scene, ex-Bangladesh leader Sheikh Hasina sentenced to death. Welcome to the evening news. My name is Chedema Orangwa. The governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has continued to fulfill his promise of rewarding teachers who did Anambra State proud. The latest Wednesday handing over of the star prize of a bus won by the best primary school in Nigeria, Walewa Primary School 2, Onitsha. The star prize of a bus was handed over to the head teacher at the winning school, Mrs. Francisca Odiego, at the Udoji State Secretariat Complex, Oka. Professor Ludo also handed over a check for 5 million naira to the Anambra State contingent. He came second during the March past at the 2025 World Teachers' Day celebration at the Eagle Square, Abuja. The ceremony was performed on behalf of Governor Soludo by the Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chuma-Ude. Professor Chuma-Ude expressed delight at the massive support of Governor Soludo to the education sector, resulting in the winning of laurels. The recipient, whose joy knew no bounds, prayed for God's continuous blessings and guardians on Professor Soludo as he piloted the affairs of the state. High points of the celebration were the presentation of the cap won by Anambra Solution teachers, the handover of the bus key to the head teacher of Walewa Primary School 2, Onitsha. The Dara Kunyele Women Development Center, Oka, came alive with excitement as the SATAG initiative, in partnership with the Anambra State government, unveiled the groundbreaking Aqua Square project and hosted an inspiring seminar on the snail value chain, a powerful gathering of innovation, empowerment, and community action. Speaking at the event with the theme, 7 Lives Building Resilience, Technology, and Commitment and Community at Heart of Water Disaster Response, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Honorable Ifi Obinabo, described the initiative as urgent and essential. She stressed that flooding remains one of Africa's most present threats, destroying homes, livelihoods, and economic foundations. Unveiling the project, the founder, Engineer Uzo Koye, described Aquasecure as a visionary life-saving project built on 3 powerful pillars: to predict, prevent, and rescue. The event, which featured an eye-opening lecture on the snail value chain by Dr. Okono, also saw an interactive question and answer session and demonstrations on the Aquasecure technology, and in attendance top government and security officials, including the Commissioner for Transport, Mrs. Patricia Igwebike, FRSC Sector Commander Bridget Ashekuno, represented by Deputy Route Commander Sisters Nwoke, and the PPRO of the Anambra State Police Command, SP Tochukwu Kenga, among other distinguished guests. The Managing Director of Anambra State ICT, Mr. Chukwemeka Fred Abata, has described data as an important tool that helps the government make informed decisions, saying that available data helped the agency understand the needs and vote importance of Anambra in the Saturday, November 8 governorship election. Speaking on the agency's deployment of technology in managing the just concluded election processes, the Anambra ICT boss explained that 2 situation rooms established in different locations helped his team and Governor Chukwuma Soludo track what the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, was doing during the exercise. Within 6 months, including the election period, Mr. Abata informed that over 200,000 calls were made and over 20 terabytes of free data were given across the state, adding that the free solution Wi-Fi will continue to ensure that at the governor's important events, people have access to internet connectivity to encourage citizen consciousness and participation. He announced that the post-election analysis situation room will be set up to help understand why people voted, others didn't vote, as well as other useful tips, adding that the existing situation room has useful data for APGA and other political parties in the state. Chairman of the Anambra Imo River Basin Development Authority, Senator Emmanuel Anosike says Governor Chukwuma Soludo's re-election is a clear endorsement of preparation, intellect, and long-term strategy. In an interview with the ABS in Umueri, Anosike describes Soludo as a leader who came into office fully prepared, noting that his depth and persistence earned him the broad support across the state. The senator praised Soludo's first-term performance, especially in security, saying the governor's firm approach dismantled criminal networks and restored peace in many parts of the southeast. He urged the governor to widen his political embrace now that the elections are over, stressing that governance must carry everyone along regardless of party affiliation. Senator Anosike commended INEC for its transparent and speedy conduct of the election, saying the process should be a model for other states. The federal government has opened application portal for the Student Venture Capital Grant, a new national initiative aimed at supporting student-led innovation with equity-free grants of up to 50 million naira. The announcement was made in a statement issued by the Federal Ministry of Education, signed by Boriowo Folashade, Director of Press and Public Relations. At the launch, the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, said that the initiative was central to the government's innovative drive. The ministry also said that the grant is targeted at students building innovation in STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and medical sciences. According to the ministry, applicants are advised to submit proposals that demonstrate scalability, market relevance, and potential to solve critical national or global challenges. And on the foreign scene, Bangladesh's former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has been found guilty of crimes against humanity and sentenced to death. A special tribunal found out that she was responsible for ordering a violent crackdown on student-led protests last year, during which the UN estimates up to 1,400 people died, most by gunfire from security forces. Hasina has called the court's decision biased and politically motivated in a statement released after the verdict. She was tried in her absence and has been living in exile in India since being forced from power. Security has been ramped up across Bangladesh over fears of a backlash, with some protests already breaking out. Moving out to sports, the Super Eagles won't be at the 2026 World Cup in Canada, the US, and Mexico. This was after Nigeria lost on penalties to DR Congo in a tightly contested African Playoffs final on Sunday. The game ended 1-1 after normal and extra time, but during penalties, the Leopards of DR Congo overpowered the Super Eagles 3-4 to pick Africa's sole ticket for the Intercontinental Playoffs billed for March next year. The match remained almost the same, with DR Congo detecting things that could have won. But their goal in extra time was ruled out for a foul on Stanley Wabadi. The Super Eagles had defeated Gabon 4-1 to reach the stage, while DR Congo piped Cameroon. Nigeria will now turn their attention to the 2025 AFCON billed for Morocco next month. And that's just about it on the news tonight. But before we go, a quick reminder that you can follow news and programs on ABS from many parts of the world via our website, which is www.absradiotelevision.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Radio Television. Follow us on our social media handles at ABS Radio Television, on Facebook at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. A quick recap of our top stories. Governor Soludo has fulfilled promise to award to winning teachers. Anambra ICT agency to set up post-election analysis situation room. Federal government has opened portal for 50 million naira student innovation grant. Told you on the foreign scene that the Bangladesh leader Sheikh Hasina has been sentenced to death. And that's it on the news tonight. Thank you for joining us. My name is Chidima Orangwa. Good night.